Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Melina. I lived in both Korea and in the United States, so I'm aware and used to both cultures. Dating in Korea can be fun, but it can be quite different if you're not used to the Korean culture. I noticed a lot of my foreigner friends are interested in Korean culture through K-dramas and K-pop, so I thought it'd be fun to share a bit about Korean dating culture. And dating can seem too perfect in some of the Korean dramas, so I wanted to share what it is like in real life. While most couples around the world celebrate things like Valentine's Day, Korean couples tend to celebrate a lot more romantic holidays. Some of the popular ones include 100 Day celebration, which is the 100th day of dating. Some also celebrate 200th day, 300 day, 400 days, and so on. Just like many other countries, Korean couples celebrate Valentine's Day. There's also something called White Day on March 14th, where men give small gifts to women, and there's also Rose Day on May 14th. And there's Pepero Day on November 11th, where people exchange peperos, which is basically a chocolate-covered pretzel stick. Convenience stores sell them, but some will go out of their way and make their own. Having all these romantic holidays can be really fun, but it can also be annoying depending on whether you like celebrating these things or not. And because there's so many romantic holidays, Koreans tend to regularly exchange small gifts. It doesn't have to be anything big or expensive, but things like flowers and cards. While Christmas is a time for family get-together in a lot of Western cultures, in Korea it is all about couples. Many restaurants will change their setting of their table just for two people for couples, and they will have special menu for that day. Korean culture has aegyo, which is a cute display of affection. It can be through cute voice, gesture, or facial expression, and you'll probably see it in K-pop and K-dramas. And this is something that not only girls do, but guys do it too when they're in a relationship. And I've seen couples where the guy does it even more. You say something like 맛있당 instead of 맛있다, which means exactly the same thing, it tastes great, but people just find it a bit cuter. And people use this aegyo when they want to flirt too. And this is not just when you talk out loud, but a lot of Korean guys will send cute emojis and stickers to his girlfriend when talking through text. Overall, I feel like there's less strict masculinity standards in Korea. Even if it's some cafe that's decorated with pink flowers all over the wall, it's totally natural for Korean guys to go there with his girlfriend. But of course, if this cuteness gets a bit too much or too feminine, some girls might not like it. Wearing matching outfits with your boyfriend or girlfriend is quite common in Korea, and you might have seen some in social media. Of course, couples don't do it all the time, but when they go to amusement parks or picnic or something, a lot of couples find it cute to wear matching outfits. There's not a particular reason why couples do this, but a lot of couples like taking cute photos together, so I think they find it cute to wear cute matching outfits and take photos together to post online. But I haven't seen this as much in Western countries. In the US, most couples will get an engagement ring when they propose to get married, and then a wedding band when they're actually getting married. But in Korea, a ton of young couples will get matching rings and wear it all the time just to show that they belong to each other. In Korea, generally speaking, it's less common to introduce your new girlfriend or boyfriend to your family members. They're often reserved when you know your relationship is getting a bit more serious. But when I was in the States, guys will invite you to his family events even if you went on only like 1 or 2 dates. And I'm talking about very personal family events like his mom's birthday dinner or his sister's wedding. Many of the couples in Korea go eat delicious food and then some dessert at a cafe or go out to a movie just like many other countries. But one major difference would be that a lot of Koreans live with their parents until they are married. And Koreans typically don't bring their girlfriend or boyfriend to a house where they are living together with their parents unless they are planning to get married or something. So there might be more dates outside of your home, like going to a cafe or a mall. And many couples like to go on trips to places like Jeju Island and Busan, especially for celebrations and anniversaries. Public displays of affection aren't as open in Korea as you might find in somewhere like the US. Although the younger generation might be getting more and more open to this, I still don't see it as much when I'm in the street in Korea. Most Korean couples will hold hands or give a light kiss on their partner's cheeks in public, but nothing more than that. And I think it's partly because even if the younger generation is getting more open to this, there's older people on the street who will give you a look or not like it when they see too much affection on the street. In Korea, typically men, but sometimes women, will officially ask, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" When I was in the US, you will sometimes naturally or slowly get to know each other rather than explicitly asking out. But I feel like in Korea, that line of whether we're just friends or we are officially a couple and we're going out is clearer. Guys who are interested always officially ask if we can be in a relationship, just two of us. I think whether we become boyfriend and girlfriend were typically decided within 3 dates or within a month, and I'd say a maximum of 5 dates. Like any other country in the world, there's various ways Koreans find love. They can be a classmate from your school, or a coworker from your work, or you just met at a bar. But apart from those, sogeting is relatively common and kind of a safe way of finding someone in Korea. It's a blind date where someone you know will set you up with someone else they know. That way you have at least one reference, so I think people find it to be kind of safe. But I found this way to have some downsides because if the blind date doesn't go well, then it can get kind of awkward for the person who set you two up. But it can still be a fun way of meeting people. When a guy is on a date with his girlfriend, a lot of Korean guys will offer to hold his girlfriend's bag. But in America, I didn't see this as much unless it is like a really huge suitcase that the girl actually can't lift it up herself. And some guys might feel a bit embarrassed carrying like a big sparkly bag. In Korean dating culture, communication is key. There's many chatting apps, but the most common one is KakaoTalk, which is basically like WhatsApp. Between is an app that is very popular among couples in Korea. It's an app where you can chat, share photos, and schedules in a private space just for you and your girlfriend or boyfriend. Communication can be one of the signs you're having a more serious relationship in Korea. And some Koreans might think that you're not interested if you're not replying and sending messages. Many couples will send sweet messages like "Good morning, my love," or "Good night, babe," like many other cultures. How much you communicate throughout the day will vary from couple to couple, but most of the Koreans have their phone with them 24/7, and I've seen many couples who communicate throughout the day. I don't want to be texting every second, but I personally found guys who share little things like a photo of what he had for lunch, or what he's up to, or what his dinner plans are to be quite caring, and I felt a bit more connection even if you're not physically together. When I was in America, people will bring +1 to a wedding or an event they have to attend. And this +1 isn't necessarily their girlfriend or boyfriend. I mean, it's not just for adults, but also like for middle school students and high school students for prom and homecoming. Students will ask someone in their class or their friend, like, "Do you want to be my date for the prom?" It doesn't necessarily mean let's be girlfriends and boyfriends. But I haven't really seen people do this in Korea. I'm not saying people don't bring their partner to events and weddings, but when they do, it means they're in an official relationship. If a guy brings a girl to a wedding that he has to attend, most of the guests will think that that girl is his girlfriend. I'm not saying everyone in Korea is conservative, and there's fair amount of variation. But overall, I find Korean guys to be a bit more conservative than Western guys. Koreans tend to be a bit more shy about showing affection or talking about provocative topics in public. And a lot of Koreans saw their mom cook and take care of kids while their dad goes to work. I realized it was all the non-Korean and Korean American guys who cook for me, But of course, there's a ton of Korean guys who also cook, take care of kids, and do all the housework. I've also seen a lot more dads who pick up their kid from school and attend things like student-teacher conferences in the state than in Korea. Okay, these are all the points I have for today. Of course, it varies from couple to couple, but these are some of the unwritten rules that I have noticed in Korean dating culture. I'm going to Korea this month and I'll be making more videos about traveling in Korea and Korean culture related content, so please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!